Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Black Gentleman's Culture Premium Cigar and Spirits channel. And today we are outside with the Privada Club Buble. And this cigar is from my, the May 23 box. So this cigar has been aged in my humidor close to 2 years. The cigar was aged by Privada Club for 2 years. And truthfully, I don't know how long that the factory they got it from aged it. But let me tell you, when you see the pictures of the cello, you will see that it is aged dramatically. Now, that being said, let's get into this. This is a Nicaraguan Puro. The wrappers Jalapa, the binders Condega, and the fillers are Estelle. And this is all grown in Nicaragua, which makes this a Puro. This is a 7x48 stick. So if you're familiar with the Partagas Lusitanios or the Cohiba Esplendos, there you go. Same size of stick. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into this, and I'll let you know how it's going. Well, here, actually, let me just tell you. In the very beginning on a cold draw, I got somewhat of an artificial sweetness. Off of the body, it was light earth, a little bit musty. And from the cold draw itself in the foot, mainly the foot, I'd say you get that slight mocha. Alright, folks, I'm going to go ahead, get into this first third, and I'll let you know if there's a flavor profile change or anything dramatic. And what I am doing is taking the advice from this card. It said, enjoy it with an IPA. So I told everyone, I'm a big fan of the Wild Range IPA beer, so that's what I'm going to enjoy with this. All right, folks, see you at the first third. Okay, folks, we are back, and we're done with the first third. As you can see, the burn is what I like to call that kiddie roller coaster. It's up and down, and it's not sharp, but it is trying to even itself out. That being said, the flavor coming off of this, you're going to get black pepper, white pepper, walnuts, which leaves the palate a little bit dry, and you get a soft sweetness that's trying to come through. The reason why I'm saying it's trying to come through, I think the ash itself is blocking it. I also had to hit this because it's such a tightly packed cigar. I had to hit it with the perfect draw. And as you can see, left a nice little hole in it because I had to get a big old plug out of there. That being said, afterwards, it never went out, but it has been burning a little bit better. And typical of long cigars, the 6.5 and above, you sometimes have to give it a light draw with a heavier draw followed, so you can make sure you get flavor coming through. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to ash this. I just wanted y'all to see it because the ash is hanging on very strong. But I am going to ash it, and then I'm going to see anything changes from there. But like I said, I'm getting that pepper, white pepper, a light sweetness coming through, and again, it also has, I hate to say it, but that baker spice. I really want to find a better word for it, but that baker spice is coming through on this. All right, folks, I'll see you at the halfway point, and I'll let you know how it's going also with the IPA Wild Range. All right. All right, everyone, as you can see, I'm enjoying this with the Wild Range IPA. Let me tell you something. No, don't do it. The tartness of this IPA and the tartness coming off of this cigar doesn't make it a very enjoyable experience. I truthfully would say, if you wanted to enjoy this cigar with something, I believe it or not, I would try something either a lot more fruitier, like a cocktail, or I would try it with some of that Rocky Mountain water mixed, to make that apple pie moonshine. Something like that would go better with this cigar. You need something that won't enhance the bitterness coming off of it. All right, folks. And we have now made it to that halfway point. And folks, as you can see, that burn is still that kitty coaster. All right, as far as the flavor profile, there was a change, and I had to do something that a lot of people usually won't do. I had to bench the IPA, put it on the shelf. And I went at this cigar with just water. That's it. Just plain, simple water. And what a difference did it make. Now, first and foremost, I want to know if anyone is familiar. Well, that's this truck go past. Always on time whenever I'm out here. I want to know if anyone's familiar with those big old cigar bubble gums. Remember when we were kids and you had that cigar made out of bubble gum? That's exactly what I'm getting off of this. The aroma coming off of this takes you back there. The retro hell has that bubble gum in it. And that's really odd. I thought they were bullshitting and lying. No, they were not. If you enjoy this cigar from the halfway point with something that's not going to try to overpower it or overpower your taste buds, you will pick up that slight nuance. It's not heavy. It's not super syrupy, but it is in there. It comes through the retro hell, and it comes through on the palate. Now, the white pepper has died down a little bit more, and the black pepper is basically gone. And that's what I'm getting. But I'm still also getting that walnut effect where it dries out the palate. It also has a nice, subtle hay aroma coming off of it also. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and get down to the final third. And I'll let you know if there's any profile change, but something will be gone. I'm definitely going to remove this band. All right, folks, I'm going to see you at the final third. And we have now made it to the final third. As you can see, the burn is turned into that shag. And you can also see it's extremely smoky for a cigar. Like I said, I had to hit it with that perfect draw and everything. And it still remained a very snug draw. And like I said, this been in my humidor for close to 2 years. They aged it for 2 years, so this sucker is tightly packed. Like right now, I'm squeezing it, and it's still got firm resistance. That being said, the flavor profile hasn't changed from the halfway point. You're still getting a light bubblegum smell coming off of it, which I like to call the aromatics. You're now getting a little bit more of that white pepper. It's come back, and it's just, like I said, it's a very decent cigar. Like I said, I think I ruined the experience by having that particular IPA. So I'm going to tell you folks, if you want to enjoy this better, I would honestly say get some, if you have the cigar, Get some Diplomatico rum. That is real good. That would go great with this. Anything with a light flavor to it. Nothing too harsh, because if you do, it may try to overpower the cigar, which this IPA did. Like I said, I would try a well-blended apple pie moonshine. Like I said, something that's going to give you a little bit of flavor, but not overpower your palate, so you can enjoy both. And me being me, I do have 3 more of these in my humidor, so what I'm going to do is, when the weather completely break, I'm going to go ahead and try this either with the Diplomatico rum or with a cocktail made with rum. I believe one of those two would go great. And like I said, since I have 3, I will try it with the apple pie moonshine also. So that being said, folks, you know how I like to wrap these up. If you got cigars, smoke them, enjoy them. If you got a lot of them, enjoy them with your friends and make them into a cigar head. All right, folks, I'm done. And also at the end of this, everybody know I put together a little musical video montage of all of the pictures I've taken. I also had 3 big deliveries come through. Actually, one of them didn't make it, so it's not going to be in this video. But the other ones are, and these are going to be cigars that I'm getting ready in my humidor. And I won't get to them probably until next year. Like I said, I'm done. Thank y'all for watching. We're up to 96 subscribers. Let's try to get it to 100. And then once we get it to 100, let's try to get this up to 200. Like, recommend to friends. And believe me, all comments are welcome. All right, folks. See you on the next cigar.
To find a way to sugarcoat it, but you won't understand until you know it, until you're hopeless, until you're woken by demons and dreams, leave you moping, feeling so open and out of control, alone in the cold, paranoid like a brother's on parole. Just wanna put the loud in the bowl, just wanna calm down cause it's loud in my mind, it's hurting my soul. Too much stress on my heart, life in school, I think I'm falling apart, it's crazy. Damn, just looking for someone to save me, just looking for someone to lay in. Feels like love is all I'm wanting, but every moment is haunting. Man, relief is all I'm wanting. So I just hold on, hold on, hold on.